season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back. zone, and they'll take over at the 25. Looking downfield on first down. He'll pull it down. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping him.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Motion from the wideout. Toss to the outside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense, because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for it.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
And the Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. This time he's got it. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Man, that quarterback knew that was a tiny window to throw into, and he just showed off his cannon of an arm.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. He wants to throw it again. Got his man downfield. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. I know I've never seen this before. The punt team on the field in the red zone. They're in scoring position. I mean, trick play's coming, right? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Finds his man. It's Dishman. Crosses the 30. He's got away. It's a running room at the 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the... down before he steps out of bounds.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
They just flipped the entire field, and now they'll try to cash in on 1st and 10 from the 20. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your... target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, LSU.
Second down coming up. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this is every defensive coordinator's dream, right? Watching your defense go out on first down, TFL, second down, TFL. Now you set up third and long. Everybody knows they're going to throw it, and your pass rushers can pin their ears back. Outstanding job being physical by this defense.
He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense a little too eager. That's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. LSU trying to convert a 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Looking to convert, LSU comes to the line on 4th. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. On 4th and 11, they decide to go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Throws to the wideout. He's got him wide open. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
They believe they can run right here. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Using the quick game. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that 1st down marker. It'll be 4th down.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
Kick comes up short, and he's going to try to bring it back. opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. To the air on first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy. Like, he's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake. Hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Handoff to the lone back. And runs through another guy. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB design run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front. Guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Got his man on the outside. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
This is a defense that prides themselves on getting takeaways, and with their backs against the wall, they're able to force the fumble and fall on it in the end zone for a touchback.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
First down at 2nd and 6. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes to grab. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that 1st down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these 3rd downs present themselves.
This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. The defense is going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got his man. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it. But when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Rides the back on the option, the give. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks it down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Here comes the option. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got a chance. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the 1st down.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that 1st down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. The Tigers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wants to go up top on 1st down. It's complete on the right side. Across the 25, he's got room. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stem, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, running back on the move. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
Sometimes in your playbook, you have run plays that are called run-it runs. You leave the play on no matter what look the defense gives you. That time the defense was blitzing, but they just kept the play on. That is an attitude-type run that you can run into any kind of look, and it paid off for it.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Finds his back in the middle. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
How many 1st downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
The Tigers are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit from the right hash. And this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. The field goal is no good. Oh, there is laundry on the deck, and it might be a reprieve for this kicker. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt. Return. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And you will always remember your first, and how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Quickly out to the tight end. There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 20. first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Gets it out fast. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Vols want to move quickly. Wants to throw on first down. They're working that left side. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. And the offense will take that gift, set up right on the doorstep, first and goal with the 1. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Tennessee.
The Volunteers have it in scoring position on first and goal. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw. Touchdown ball! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And how about this play by the offense? First and goal from the 1-yard line. Everything says it's going to be a run. It's going to be a run. Nice job by the offense. A little sleight of hand, throwing the football, getting the touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the third. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Florida managed to avoid being gator bait by scratching and clawing their way to a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Breaks into the open. Smashes through the tackle. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45, out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there. And the Tigers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. The option look. He'll pitch it. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
The Tigers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Give to the running back. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Tight end now in motion. Right back to it. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Looks as if he's going to run it. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
QBs that can run completely change your game. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read, the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
Back to pass on second down. The screen, he can go. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. LSU lining up first and goal. Snap it to the back. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
And the D deny them on second and goal. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Tigers. And that one will give them the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. He's looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. The lead is 8.
And no bones about it for this offense. 5 wide receivers. Find the space. Find the matchup. He identified it. Nice 2-point conversion play.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And the Volunteers are in the hurry-up. Wants to fire on second down. Catch in the middle. It's Landry. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They'll try to snap it quickly.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
On the move to the right, looking for a big one. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
So now it's second and long. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
Offense breaks the huddle on third down. Wants to adjust the pattern. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure. The quarterback gets hit, just now on the same page with his target.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. On fourth down, looking to pass. He's going to let it go. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away, and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Off the play fake on first down. Makes the catch. It's Cross. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. On the snap, it's Cross. And the Wildcat has turned to disaster. A big loss as the defense was all over it.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Reads it, fires complete. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Lost one high and deep. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, LSU!
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now, oh, he's got some space.
And in this situation, late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
And the Vols have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Looking to fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
All right, you dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Moves around to clear up the vision. Trying to make magic with his feet. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
Quick strike complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Vols moving quickly to the line. Quarterback keeps it. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Volunteers look to keep this drive humming.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down, and what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And that's one the offense just needs to be able to hit, right? That's a completion they should be able to hit in their sleep. Receivers got to do a better job.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Got his man quickly. Crosses the 35, out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play, spotted at the 32. And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he